Yes, not null constraint, unique key, foreign key, primary key, and check constraint. Okay, what is not null? Hmm? Yeah, it 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 won't allow the null values, but we can enter the duplicate values for that. Okay. Next, what is unique key? It won't allow duplicates, but we can enter the null values for that. Okay, but we cannot enter the duplicate values. If you are creating the unique key, by default, what it will create internally, it will create the one index will create one B tree index will create. Okay, one unique B tree index will create. What B tree index? It will normally index will use for the to improve the searching mechanism. Okay, no need to do based upon the which area you are having the record. Okay, based upon which place we are having. Okay, just directly it will go to some divided by 2 like that. It will do, and it will fetch the records from the index. Okay, that is the unique index. And by default, for every unique constraint, unique index will be created. Next, what is primary key? Primary key means, yeah, if you want to define unique values for the one of the column, and if you are not entering any not null values, okay, like ID columns or key columns, okay. So in that, normally people will try to make that one as a primary key. Okay, if you are creating the primary key by default, it will create the unique index. Okay, for this one also. Anyway, internally it will be unique is there. So for unique index, automatically it will create the B tree index. You can create for unique key primary key at column level, at table level. You can define both the places. If you are creating the primary key at column level means, that will be applicable for only specific column. If you are applying the uh, index, applying the primary key or unique constraint. So if you are applying at the table level means, you can apply multiple columns also. Okay, if you are applying multiple columns means, that you can say composite primary key, composite unique key, like that we can say that one. Okay, that is the primary key. Next, what is check constraint? If you want to define any conditions at the table level or column level at the time of DDL itself, then you have to go with the check constraint. Okay, if you want to make any field mandatory with the table definition, okay, along with the, conditionally, if you want to make any change in the column values, then you will go with the check constraint. Okay, you can define at table level and column level. Okay, table level means nothing. Okay, after defining all the columns, you have to specify your conditions or if, your constraints. If you are giving at column level means, that will be applicable only for the at specific column, for that specific column only you can apply that one. You cannot apply the check constraint on multiple columns for the dependency columns at column level. Okay, but if you are making this one means, you will be applying at table level. That you can apply if you want to one based upon one column value. If you want to apply any conditions to other column means, you have to go with the table level check constraint. Okay, next, what is the foreign key? What is the reference key? Okay, just remember, references you are using means, you have to refer the table. Okay, which table you are referring? Okay, master table. Okay, master table of what is the primary key column in that. Okay, that you have to specify. If you want, you can add multiple columns also. Okay, here also, if you want add multiple columns means, you can add the foreign key at column level, sorry, table level. Okay, that will allow. Okay, this is the primary key and foreign key. Foreign key means if you are specifying columns at child table means you have to specify the column name as a foreign key, and it is where it is referring that you have to specify that one. Okay, that is the foreign key and a references key. With this one only all the relationships will build. Okay, normally people will use the join columns and all. This one only foreign key, whatever you are defining the foreign key references key, that will be using if they are using the constraints and all. Okay, its constraint usage is not the mandatory. Okay, till now before starting the constraints, have you created any constraints? No, right? So without creating constraint also we can go with. If you are using the constraint means, then you will use the join columns and all based upon the foreign key and reference key, because it's already you made the relationship for that. Okay, in EMP DPT table, which one is the parent table? Can anybody tell me? Yes, department will be the parent table, EMP will be the child table. Okay. Next, how you can able to how you can delete the records in the master table? Yes. Normally, you cannot delete the records in the master table without deleting the child records. If you want to still want to delete the records in the master table, okay, you have to go with on delete cascade in the table definition. At the time of table creation, you have to specify that one. Okay, what you have to do. Okay, on delete cascade means what it will do. Whenever you are deleting the records at the parent table, automatically deletes records will be deleted in the child table itself. If you want to make without deleting the child records, then you have to use the option called on delete set null. Okay, if you are defining the time of table creation master table, child table, you have to specify that one on delete set null. What will happen if you are deleting the records in the master table? That key values whatever is there, that it will made as a null values for the child records. Okay, along with that you can remember the what are all the errors. Integrity constraint, directly you have to remember there will be some there is no record existed in the master table. You have to first integrate the enter the record in the master table. Next, here child records we have to use that one. If you are getting not null value, okay, null values constraint violation, so somewhere not null constraint is defined, we need to take care of that one. Okay, that you should get the in mind. Same way unique constraint, it is having unique constraint, so we should consider the what is the unique key, so whether we are using the independent records or not for that unique constraint. Like that you have to think and you have to fix the issues. Okay, next, how you can do the after creating the tables and all, by using alter command. If you want to add or remove, or if you want to disable, enable, okay, that and all everything you can do with the alter command. Okay, everybody is clear? Anybody have any doubts in the constraint topic? Okay, next we'll continue the index. Okay, already we got some basics for the index. Okay, what is index means? It will use for the to retrieve the data from the table. Okay, let me add that thing only. Okay, whenever you are creating the data, whenever you are inserting the data, if you created the index, what will happen? Data will be splitted. Okay, actually internally what will happen? Internally one table will create. Okay, one table will create with two columns. Okay, one is your index column and one is your offset value. Okay, let me add that one. Index column and one is offset value. This will be there in all the databases, not only in Oracle, that will be there all RDBMS, even it is having in Snowflake also. Snowflake indexes are not there, but Hive and all we are having the indexes and all. Okay. So if you are making the any primary column or unique column, what will happen? All unique values will be stored in the index column, and rest of the records whatever you are having. Okay, let's assume you are creating the index for the EMP table, means all EMP numbers will be stored in the index column, and rest of the records whatever you are having, that will be stored in the offset. Okay, for what will happen whenever you are searching the data in the table? So normally if you are not creating the index, what will happen na? It will go and search completely on the complete table. Okay, you are having all the columns, right? So first it will go to EMP number. Okay, next it will go to this one, this one, this one, like that it will go till here. After that it will come to here, like that it will search completely. Okay, so let's assume we are having 1 million records and 10 columns, means 10 column 10 million cells, 10 million fields you have to search. But if you are creating the index, what will happen? Only whatever we are having the index columns now, for that only it will create one separate column. Rest of the records along with your index column, it will create as a offset value. Means here 7839 will be stored as a first record in the index column, and second column would be this combination complete. Okay, just with some spaces, some delimiters, that is internally maintained. Okay, just like it's a CSV. Okay, just it will make the all the things, and it will make the concatenate, and it will store as a offset value for the particular record. Okay, like that it will store all the records, and it will store the data in the index table that we cannot see, that will maintain by Oracle. Okay, that we can materialize view and all, we can able to see that tables and all, but index table we cannot see. Internally it will maintain the data like that. Okay, so whenever you are querying the data, if you are specifying the your index column at where class, what will happen? Directly it will check the index column only. Okay, it will go and check the index column, and it will pick the particular offset record as a output. Like that it will do that one. Okay, that too, if you are creating the B-tree index, what will happen? Let's assume you are having the records like, let me open that one. We'll consider only EMP table, how it will be. Okay, this is the EMP table. Okay, here this all the things will be merged. Okay, as a 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. Okay, actually, let's assume this is everything, it's merged. Okay, the here I got able to get that one. I actually need to write the formula for that. Okay, let's assume this is the separate field, and this is the separate field as the offset. Okay, this combination, okay, either comma or some delimiter type symbol or like that, it will be stored as the offset value. Whenever you are querying the data, directly it will go to this field, okay, index column, and it will search that one. Okay, let's assume you are searching the data, okay, where EMP number equal to where EMP number equal to 7654. Okay, like that you are doing. What will happen now? First, actually, if you are creating the index means that will sort actually. Okay, internally it will do the sorting. Okay, first it will consider the middle element is what, total 20, around 20 elements are there, right? Not 20, it is having 17 elements. Which one will be the middle element? Ninth will be the middle element. Let's assume this is the last element, middle element. How data will be stored? First it will consider the 7694, okay, as a middle node. Okay, 7694 as a middle element. Next, why in this one? Okay, let's assume this is middle element. Next, how many records you are having? Let's assume here having 7. Okay, means fourth one will be the middle element. What is that one? 7369. Okay, that will be come as the left element. Rest of the records, okay, and right element here. What is the next element in this one? This is 9 elements are there. Let's assume fifth element, 3 4 fifth. Okay, 7 8 double 4 will be the right node. Okay, like that it will create that one. Here what will come? 7844, 7844. Next here what will? 7369, 7369. Just for understanding I'm telling. Okay, next, how the records will be there? Again here if you consider the 1 2 3 4 means here you are having 3 records. Okay, that 2 3 4 5 will be the middle element. That will come as the left side, which is actually less than 7369. That's why it will come as the left side. Okay, let me add that one. Again that will be 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4 5. Next, here what is the middle element? Here 7251, right? So that will be comes as the right side. Okay, which one? 7251, 7251. And here same way. Here again what is the middle element? Left side. Here this, let's assume here you are having 4 records. Okay, maybe it will consider 7782. Okay, just you can assume. That is not a mandatory to fulfill all the right and left side fields. Okay, all the things are not mandatory. Okay, 7782 will be stored here. 7782. Next here in 7782, 778, 7839 will be right side because both are bigger than this one. So how the data will be stored in that case? For this one it will be more than that. What is the value? 7788, 7788. Again the value will be more than that. Okay, this is the node. Okay, 7839, 7839. Just for your understanding, I am creating the only EMP table data. How the things will be there. Okay, that and all I will tell you. Okay, this is this one, and here right side. This is also right side. Okay, this is right side, and this is left side. For this one it will be the left side and this will be the right side. Next, after 2345 we are having 2365 and 1234. Okay, 1234 will be less than this one. It will be coming as the left side and it will be the right side is which one? 2365. Are you getting my point? How the data will be stored in the index? 1 2 3 4. This will be one node is completed. Okay, this one is middle element, this completed. Next 7369 is the Second, for that, after that, whatever values are there, next will be 7521. Actually, this is not the 721. This one, the value is here. Middle value is 7521. 7521. Next here, left element is 7499, 7566. Okay. Okay, 7499. 7499. This is what? 7566. Okay. So this is left side nodes completed completely. Next, right side, this also we covered everything. Okay, 7698 7782. Okay, 7698 is, this is actually come as a left side node. Okay, here one node will come which is less than that one, right? So 7698. 7698. Okay, this next 7788, this 7839 will be the next row, next level of the elements. Let it be that one. Next, whatever is there more than that one. Here, what is the middle element in this one? Let's consider 7900. Okay, 7900 will be the next element. Okay, here what is that one? 7900. Just be patient. Why I am telling, you can come to know that one. Okay. Next 7902. This will be added as the right side nodes. Okay. Let's assume these are all this is right side to this one. This is right side to this one. Okay. 7902 7934. 7902. I'm not able to expand that one. Okay, this you can consider 7944, last one, and another will be the, this is right side nodes only. This is okay. Next one element is there, 7876. Okay, here one more element will be there, 7836. 7876, sorry. 7876. Okay. In this way, data will be stored. Let's assume what will happen if you are using the indexes and all. Okay. If you are searching the 7654, whenever you are doing the index, whenever you are storing the data, whenever you are inserting the data, if you created the constraint, unique constraint or primary key or unique index, what will happen? Internally it will recluster, it will arrange the data accordingly. Okay, first it will go to, it will make the adjustments. Okay, which one will need to take the as a primary node, after that which one will be the leaf node, under that what is the leaf node, like that it will do the reclustering, that we can say reclustering. Okay, let's assume very first you have entered only 2365. That will be the main node. Let's assume after that you have inserted the 7499. Okay, 2365 7499 is more than 2345. That will add the at right side. Whenever comes to the 1234, which is less than the this element, so this will be added to the this left side element. Like that, the arrangement will be happen. Whenever you are doing the reclustering, automatically nodes will become the balance. Okay, right side how many nodes are there, it will try to make the left side also same, so that what will happen whenever you are searching the data. Okay, let's assume you are searching the 7654, which it will check with the this node. Okay, root node. Okay, 7654 is less than this element, so right side nodes it won't check, it will only check the left side nodes. Means what happen, half of the records you won't scan. Okay, here with the index, what will happen? Already you are skipping the all the columns. Okay, except index key column, you are skipping the all the columns. In that also again, what will happen? You won't search the half of the records with only checking with the one of the node. Next, what will happen? Next 7654. It will check with this one. Okay, here what will happen? It is more than this one. So it will skip the left side nodes, whatever is there. Okay, it will compare the right side, which is more than that one, right? 7369 is 7654 is more than 7369. Okay, it will go to right side. Means again here also it will skip the these three nodes. Again it will check the middle node 7521, which is more than again 7521. So it won't check the this 7499. Directly it will go to this one. Like that, data will be searching. Okay, it will scan the data. So how many rows you will skip the scan? So many rows you will skip the scan, right? Yes or no? Guys, why I am telling how index will work? Simple question. Okay, if you are database developer, you should know what is index, how it will work, what is the use of with that one. Okay, this is the binary tree format. Okay, in this way data will be scanned and it will retrieve the data. So you will skip maximum, you will go to fifth record. Here you are getting your exact value. Okay, fifth record you are getting. But if you consider the, if you are not creating the indexes and all, what will happen? You have to scan the all the data in the table without, means how many cells you need to scan, so many cells you need to check. So if you are giving, if you are created the any indexes and all, means directly it will pick the very fast manner. Even your execution times, everything will get reduced. Okay, that is the use of index. How you will create the indexes and all, that is we are having separately. Okay, sometimes we will create the automatically. uh, Automatically means how it will create. Whenever you are creating the unique index and primary key, automatically system will create the b tree index. Okay, this is one way. Manually also we can create separately. For that you have to use the in syntax called create index, index name and table name of which column you want to specify. If you want, you can specify multiple columns also, it will work. This is the index. Anybody have any doubt? This is the theory of index. In this way only binary tree index will work. There are different types of indexes are there. Maximum people will use binary index. Different cases will be there to use the other indexes that I will tell you. Okay, but what is index, what is the purpose of that one? Means you have to use the, for the, to retrieve the data very fast manner, then you will go for the index. Okay, constraint is different. Of course, for few constraints by default indexes will be created, but if you are considering the constraint, it will be the restriction of the particular field, but restriction of the particular record, that is. But index is the only searching mechanism. Okay, what are all the usage and all, here you can see there are means, correct. Whenever it will, when it will work, if you are using the index column in the where class, then only it will go for the index scan method. There are different types of methods that is comes in the performance tuning actually. If you are able to understand, if you are querying the data, means how you will tune the data. So how you can consider that one? You have to check the whether your table is your query is using the indexes or not in the where class. If it is using, means it data will be checked like this, so your execution time will get reduced. Okay, try to make in the select statement, try to use the index columns in the select statement. Like that, there are so many things are there while doing the performance tuning and all, that you need to take care. Okay, so what will happen, if you are creating the index, it will avoid the full table scan. Full table scan means what I told, right? If you are not creating the index, it will go till all the column, it will till all the fields, till end of the record it will go. Okay, so that will take more time. Okay, next, and when it will fire index scan method means you should not contain the not equal to operators and is not null. This, if you are having the operations on this three operations means it won't fire the any index. Okay, just you can remember this one. Normally, if situation demands means that you have to use, but in this case what will happen, index will not fire, that's it. Okay, your query will work, not equal to operator, is null, is not null, that is mandatory. Okay, but your index will not get fired if you are using the not operator, negative operators. Okay, just you can remember that one. Okay, next, different types of indexes. One is b-tree index. Again, in B-tree index, we are having two types of indexes: unique B-tree index, non-unique B-tree index. Okay, this is also B-tree, but if you are considering the in a unique B-tree index means you will be having unique values all the things. You cannot enter the duplicate records for the non-unique index. If you have created the index with the unique B-tree means internally it will allow only independent values. It will only all the distinct values. You cannot enter the duplicate values for the index values. Okay, that is called unique B-tree index. Non-unique B-tree index means there will be some duplicates. If you want to create add the 7566 one more row, okay, that will allow that. For that you have to specify the non-B-tree index. Okay, simply for this one in a syntax will be create unique index name on the column, on the table of column. If you are creating the non B-tree index means create simply without unique keyword you can create that one. Okay, this is the working mechanism of index. Okay, anybody have any doubts in the B-tree index? No, right? All theory belongs to whatever I have explained now, same thing only. Okay, maybe my words is different sometimes. At the time of writing the this PPT, whatever I thought that will write, but actual this thing will be this one. Okay, same thing. In B-tree structure, always leaf blocks stores the actual data along with row IDs. Okay. See here I told right. Here main point is it will store the index column as a separate column along with row ID. Your entire column will be added as a offset. Okay. That you can remember. That is the meaning of that one. Next, what is that one? Whenever such the requesting data indexed columns through where class. Okay, that already we saw right. How the data will be retrieved. That is the main that one. Okay, let me do practical. Okay, otherwise I will index. I will explain one more thing. That is bitmap index. Okay, let's assume there will be some duplication is there. Okay, in your table. If you want to add, okay, if you want to add index on duplicate values also, how you can do that one? We are having non-unique index, but duplicates you cannot enter multiple. Let's assume you, if you want to store the India population data, I want how many males are there, how many females are there in the particular state, how you can do. So if you want to if you want to create the indexes for such type of columns means low cardinality columns, we can say that one. High cardinality means number of district values will be more. Okay, cardinality means number of district values. B-tree index will be created only for the low cardinality values. Low cardinality means like I want to create the index on male and female. Okay, only two values will be there. Okay, sometimes maybe people are nowadays adding that column as a value as the third gender. Okay, maximum three four things will be there. Okay, like that, such type of like a transaction type either credit or debit. Okay, if you want to create that one means only two things will be there, either credit or debit. If you want to query only credit, okay, so for that if you want to make the if you want to retrieve all the credit records very fast manner means you have to create the bitmap index for the credit column. Okay, the transaction type column. Okay, like that bitmap index will create. Okay, that is the purpose of that one. So how internally data will store for that? Actually, for the low cardinality values it will make some specific values, zeros and ones. For male it will make as a zero, for female it will make as a one. Okay, that is randomly it will internally it will store. You cannot get that one, this record, whatever the values are there. Let's assume this will be another columns. Okay, okay, third gender also you are having, maybe that will store two, just for assumption, but internally it will work like that. Here also same thing, how the data will be stored, along with your gender column. This is will store as a separate column, index column. Rest of the records whatever you are having along with the row id, that will store as a separate offset value. Whenever you are querying the data on the bitmap index, directly it will pick the records from the table. Okay, let's assume if you want to create the bitmap index on emp. Okay, you are having duplicate values in that one, right? For the job column, okay, salesman, clerk, like that you are having duplicate columns. Okay, here you are having president, manager, only limited values. Okay, so if you want to create the index on the such type of columns, low cardinality values means you have to go with the bitmap index. One more thing, function based index, that we'll see. One here, if you are using the index on any columns means, if you are applying any function on top of that column means normally system won't get fired. Okay, you won't get fired the index. Okay, let's assume you are using the employee number as a in the where class you have created the index for the emp number. Still if you want to use the index means you have to use as it is. If you apply the any function, to number or to char, to date, anything you are applying means that will be waste. Okay, if you are using the index on the particular columns means index will not get fired, because internally if you are creating the index at the time of table creation or separately means what will happen, only specific numbers will be taking. If you are applying any functions means it won't fetch from the that indexed table, that will directly it will go and search in the your table only. If you are using the as it is without any, without applying any functions like to number, to char, upper half, trunk of something you are doing, that one means you cannot get the data from the indexed table. Okay, if you want such type of functions, okay, if you want to use regularly that type of functions, still needs to require the still needs to get the index tables. Okay, then you have to go with the function based index. Okay, I want to create the index on emp table, employee name column, which is some upper half. Okay, so there will be some lower cases, there will be upper cases. I want to search all the times upper cases only, then you have to go with the upper of ename as a function based index. Okay, there are so many things are there that I will explain. Okay, let me create practically. Okay, theory, are you understood what is the index? Anybody have any doubts in this one? Okay, let me create how we can do that one. Let me create one table, create emp, emp underscore index. Okay, as select char from EMP12. I guess it is there or not. EMP, yeah, EMP12 we are having. Okay, let's query this one. Display whether you are having the constraints or not. Yeah, here you don't have any constraints and all, so you cannot get here also. Okay, I am selecting the, I am creating the table along with the data. Okay, this you can create or not, you can create, right? Let me check any constraints are there in this one. Select start from DBA indexes for that. Okay, dictionary is indexes where table name equal to what is your table name, emp underscore index. Okay, you don't have any data, you don't have any index on the emp table. Okay, emp index table. So let's see how we can create the index. First we create, if you are creating the, if you are adding any constraint means automatically by default it will create. Okay, let me add that one. Okay, alter table, I will make the alter. Okay, I will add one constraint. Okay, alter table, table name, add constraint. How we can add? Hmm? I want to add a primary key. Okay, primary key emp number. Okay, on the which column? emp number. Okay, as a primary key. How I can add primary key of? Okay, automatically it will create that one. Primary key of emp number. What happened? Remove the duplicates and null values. Okay, maybe this table is having duplicate records. If you have the data, you cannot able to create the 1 2 3 4 is there. Okay, delete from emp index where emp number equal to 1 2 3 4. You cannot allow, you cannot enter the duplicate values for the primary key columns, right? So that's why it is not allowing the to add the primary key for that term. Okay, now table is altered. Now go and check the in backend whether your index is created or not. Okay, you will be having one primary key number. Okay, index column also same thing will be there in the your constraint table also. Okay, once you add it, that you know already. Constraints. Okay, there will be one primary key column, constraint name, that is your key underscore emp number. Internal, whenever you are creating the primary key or unique key, automatically backend it will create the index, that is type of unique type. Okay, by default it is a b-tree index. Okay, that you cannot able to see that one b-tree type and all. But if you are specifying that it is a unique means that will be b-tree index. Okay, yes or no? Guys, you have to respond. Today I am not asking any logics. Just it's a theory. Okay? Even if you are creating the with the definition also, it will create same. Okay? By default, it will create. That's no need to think. Okay? I have created the table. As of now, there is no index on the particular table. Okay? Next, I want to create the only index. Here, if you are creating the constraint means automatically index will created. But I want to create only index, not the constraint. How I can do that one? Okay. So for that, create index. Index name, you can, if you want, you can give that one. IND underscore EMP number. Okay. Like that, you can specify create index name on table name of column emp number. Okay, that is the column I am using. See, index is created. Now go and check whether you are having or not. Okay, here I have not created the unique index, so here it is showing the index type is normal. Okay, that is non-uniqueness. Okay, if you are specifying that one means, if you are specifying the unique index means you have to create the index as a separate. Okay, Let's create unique index. Unique keyword, if you are using this, that will be unique you have to use. Okay, unique index on the emp number. You can create multiple, okay, such column already indexed. Okay, this column already indexed, that's why you are not able to create it. Okay, let me drop the table. This you are clear, right? How you are. This is non-unique key. As of now, we created without, if you are not specifying the unique keyword base, that will be non-unique key, non-unique index. Okay, see, that is non-unique index, normal index. Here you can see type is uniqueness, type is non-unique. Okay, let's create drop table. I am dropping the table, I am recreating, and let me create the unique index. I have specifying the unique keyword. Okay, unique index of that particular table. Okay, here they are having, okay, already I have created the table, right? So I need to delete the table. I need to delete the records for that, since we are having the duplicate records in the this one. Okay, let me drop the table in the which table. Instead of writing multiple times, I will use the emp12 itself. Where I am having delete. Okay, let me create delete now, and we drop the records from that one. Okay, anyway we'll use that one. Okay, now we can try to create the unique index. Unique index is created. Now go and check. The type is unique index. Okay, see, that is type of index name you have created, and the type is normal index only, and uniqueness is unique. Okay, here normal means that is by default b-tree index. Okay, if you are creating the another type, that is bitmap index, means that will show as a bitmap index. If it is a function based means that will show as a function based index, that will see. Okay, normal means b-tree index. Okay, by default all the indexes are b-tree indexes only. Okay, how it will work, that everybody is clear, right? If it is non-unique, unique data will be stored. If you are creating the index on particular columns means it will be stored like this. Let's assume you are creating the index on multiple columns. How we can do that one? That columns will be comma. Let's assume along with the job if you want to create. Okay. Here what will happen? Here it will do the job. Okay. Job means it's a character. Okay. It will do the ascending order simply. Okay, if let's assume here middle with the emp data, what will happen? Okay, middle, it will be, let's assume m will be the middle. Okay, there is president, analyst, clerk, salesman, like that you are having so many designations. Okay, let's assume here it will consider manager. First it will come the, if you are creating the first preference as a manager means it will do the sorting. First it will consider the all managers, and whatever order is less than that one means, okay, means analyst and clerk will come as a left side, and president and what is salesman will come right side. Next it will take the next column as this one, employee number. So it will take the two columns and it will make the sorting. Okay, that is the thing. You can apply that unique index or normal index or multiple columns also, that will allow. Okay, let let's create this one on the same table, multiple columns. Okay, I want to create this one as a designation. Designation is what? Job, comma, employee number. Okay, I want to make this unique number on job and employee number. Okay, you can do that one. Okay, yeah, it is created because you are not creating the independent one. You are creating the combination. Okay, So on this table, let's go and check in the indexes column for this table. We are having two indexes. Okay. See, two indexes we are having. One is of type unique. Okay. Both are unique. We have created the in a unique type. Okay. Here columns will be one is one column. Next one is two columns. Somewhere that columns will be there. What are all the columns are there as a indexed column? Normal system. Okay, there may be some other index calls. Okay, like that there is one different table. Indexes call. How we can see the columns and all? Wait. We can see that columns also. What are all the columns included in that one? Caesar only, right? So let's start from db underscore tables where table underscore name like let me add db only. Okay, these are all the okay. Cannot query like that maybe. Okay. dba next index in columns ind columns. Okay. See, now you can see the column names. You have created the one index on EMP number and you have created the columns on here column position. Okay, what are all the column position? Okay, first it will take the first column as a priority and next one will be the second priority. Okay, here you can see the what is the type of order. Okay, ascending order, descending order, everything. Okay, everything comes into picture. Okay, this is the way to create the index on multiple columns on single column, how data will store in the indexed tables, how it will scan everything. Are you have any doubts in this one? Just all the times you should be aware of this tree, how data will be stored. Okay, that is one thing. Index column will be stored as a separate column along with row id. Rest of the rows, rest of the columns will be stored as a separate column. Okay, that is called offset value. Whenever you are querying the data, if you are using the index column in where class, directly it will go and check in the indexed tables. Only it will check the index column name. Okay, index column name, that too in the format of b tree. Okay, so that you will skip the so many rows whenever you are doing the whenever you are querying the data. Okay, scanning and all, you will skip so many values. So your scanning mechanism will get reduced. So automatically your data will be retrieved fast. Interviewer will ask how index is fast, how data will be stored, or how it will work. You have to explain. This is the complete theory. Then only you are he will understood. He is clear about this topic. Okay. Anybody have any doubts in the B tree index? Okay, everybody is clear, right? Next, bitmap index. What is bitmap index? I told, right, if you are creating the if you want to create the index on low cardinality values. Okay, low cardinality values means like either you are let's consider gender column is either you will be having male or female. Let's assume you are having job, okay, different designations in the company. Okay, let's TCS, you can consider the TCS, you will be having more than 50 million employees, okay, 50,000 employees, okay, but designations will be max 15 or 20 designations will be there. Technical consultant, associative consultant, or junior engineer, trainee, or manager, or technical, okay, like that designations will be max 15 to 20. Okay, let's even consider 20 or 30 also, but not more than that one. If you want to create index, okay, on the particular job type, that you can create, means low cardinality values, you will create the bitmap index. Okay, let's assume here you are having, you want to create bitmap index on emp table. Okay, here low cardinality values are there with this one, emp underscore index on the job column. Okay, here you are having the analyst, clerk, salesman, president, only five designation, but you are having 14 records. If you want to create the index on the job, okay, if you are entering the more number of records, 1 million, 1 million records also, your designations will be same. Okay, emp number, actually emp number is the primary key. These are all the unique values. Okay, if you are creating the index means you have to go, if you, even if you are creating the unique index also, it will search and like this. But if you want to search only clerk, if you want to search only analyst, how you can do? Okay, I want to use index column as a job column. How we can do that one is, you have to create the index as a bitmap index. Syntax will be same, but here you have to specify the, instead of index, you have to specify the bitmap. Okay, bitmap index. Okay, here you can specify the bitmap on job column. Okay, just name is yourself, whatever you want you can give, and here you can give the column name. Okay, bitmap index feature is not enabled, bitmap index. Okay, if you want to create the bitmap indexes and all means, you should have the specific rights. Okay, actually this is the trial version, you cannot able to create that one. Let me go with Oracle Live SQL. Okay, emp data, emp dbt. Bitmap indexes are all very costly. That's why they are not given in the free trial versions. Okay, that features. If you go with paid versions now Oracle, there you can able to find the many features. Okay, not only this one, you are having lot of features like partitioning and all. Okay, this is also they are providing as a free, but they are incorporated the this feature also in the trial version. Okay, what happened? Syntax will be same. Okay, just you have to specify the index name and you have to specify the on column. Okay, create bitmap index, bitmap index name, and you have to specify the this one. Okay, how internally it will store, it will make the, it will give the values as a bits. Okay, here male and female, it will start, it will take the bits as a zeros and ones. Okay, if the value is there, okay, if it is a male, it will consider as a 0. Okay, if it is a female, the value is existed in the female section, it will value will be the 1. Let's assume if you are storing, if you are creating the designations wise, okay, there are, you are having four designations. What will happen if it is a president columns, it will be the one, rest of the columns would be 0 0. Okay, next, if it is a salesman, wherever you are having the salesman column, that will be the one. Okay, rest of the columns would be 0. So whenever you are selecting the where job equal to president, okay, only it will go and check the where president equal to 1. Okay, simply it will fetch the 1. Okay, instead of searching with characters or number of strings, system is very easy to identify the bits. Okay, zeros and ones, internally it will work with bits only, right? Every system, not only Oracle, everything will work with zeros and ones only. You are very well compatible with bits, your system. Okay, so directly it will fetch the records from the bits wherever you are having the one. One means what? The values are equal to one, means particular which column is equal to one, only that things it will consider. You open that one, yeah. Let me create the table and insert the records. Okay, table is created. I have inserted all the records. Okay, let me query the data. You are having the data on the EMP table. I want bitmap index on the job column. How internally it will works? Okay, index is created. Okay, table are okay. EMP. Okay, index is created. Okay, so how internally it will works means, let's, you can ignore this one. 1 2 3 4, this one, right? Wait, I will take the data here, otherwise. Okay, it will do the job here, it will do the sorting. Okay, I will take into notepad again, I will copy and I will insert here. Okay, how it will do, it will make the order first. Okay, it will store the values as an analyst child. Okay, here distinct values will be analyst, and the next clerk is this one, and manager is this one, next president is this one. Okay, next salesman. Okay, like this 5 columns will be created. Okay, let's assume here itself. Okay, next EMP numbers will be there here. Okay, rest of the records will be saved as it is, and EMP numbers whatever you are having, that will consider like this. Okay, okay, if it is a salesman, okay, directly it will pick the values as a salesman. Okay, here these are all the ones. Okay, rest of the records are zeros. Okay, here analyst, who is analyst? First two, 7788 and 7902. These two are analyst. Okay, these two fields become one. Rest of the records are zeros. Okay, next clerk. Clerk you are having Smith, right? So next these three are ones. Rest of the records are zero. Okay, even this one also one. Rest of the records are zeros. Next managers. These are all the managers, right? So these are all the records it will store. Three managers. Next president will be only one. That is king. 7839. Okay. Like this, your data will be stored. Okay. Next, rest of the records are zeros. So what will happen whenever you are querying data? Okay, where salesman equal to where job equal to salesman, what will happen? Only it will fetch the wherever you are having the ones. Simple. That is simple, right? Instead of searching job equal to salesman means you have to check the characters as five salesman. Okay, total seven characters you need to check. These seven characters again you need to make into the ASCII values. That ASCII values it system needs to check. But if you are created the in a bitmap index only for the entire salesman, it will make the values as the zeros and ones. So simply it will pick the wherever you are having the ones. That will be easy to pick the system. Pick for the system. Okay, like that it will do the all the things. Okay, are you clear? What is bitmap index? How it will work? Where you will create the bitmap indexes and all? Guys, are you understanding or not? Okay, so that is the bitmap indexes. If you go and check in the okay library. Okay, you want library, right? Let's see in the columns here. DBA indexes will not work. Here it should be unique in a user. Okay, that's specific to particular user. DBA indexes not DBA, it is user. And here table is EMP. Okay, type will be the binary index. Okay, bitmap index is created. Okay, actually in the table definition you are having the uh, table type of which one primary key is there. Okay, in the table definition, that's why it is created the unique index. Okay, go and check the table definition. You are having the primary key here. That's why it is created as a unique index by default, and this is non-unique and type is index type is bitmap. If it is a normal means that is B-tree index. Okay, are you clear? Bitmap index. Next, function based index. Already I have explained. If you are applying any functions, any transformations on the indexed columns in the wave class, your function will not, your index will not get fired. Okay, even though you have created the indexes on the indexed columns, if you are applying any function means that is waste. Okay, but if you want to create for that also regularly, I want to use that one function trunk of salary. Trunk of means I want to get only rounded values, I want to get only uppercase values, all the types I want to create, I want to use like that means you have to create the function as a function based index with function. Okay, you can see that one, whether we can create or not that one. EMP index table only I will create. Okay, if you are creating the index means you will create. Okay, here also it is not allowing. Let me create in the this trial version only. Bitmap index. Okay, I want to create the index, not bitmap, it is a function based, right? Okay, simply you can give the name and you can specify the function, which function you want. Okay, index is created. Now go and check the values. You are having one function called function based index. Okay, function based normal means that is b-tree index only. Again, internally it will be again b-tree index, but you are applying one function that is upper of. Okay, where you are having that value upper function index in columns. In columns where table name equal to em. Now go and check. You are having the function is upper. Where you are having that one column name. Okay, here it is showing as a some default column name because you are applying the function, right? Okay, so internally that column name get changed. Okay, this entire function it is considering as a column. Okay, for that system is giving the value. Okay, that is the function based index. What will happen now if you are created the index on function particular function, if the value is existed it will give the value as 1. Okay, same way how bitmap index will work, same way it will give the value as 1, but if his value is not existed then it will consider as a -1. Okay, for other values let's assume you are created the function based index on the emp table. Okay, job table. Okay, here same way it will create. If value is existed it will consider as a 1. If value is not the equal value then it will make the value as a -1. Okay, in that manner it will work internally. Okay, anybody have any doubts in the index topic? These are all the index topics. That's it. Anybody have any doubts in the index topic? Everybody is clear, right? Let's go with small topic synonyms. Okay, or logs. Okay. Okay, we'll go with the log. Uh, Actually, let's assume you are doing the business. Some Amazon is doing the business. Okay. At a time, how many transactions you can do? It will allow only one transactions. You can either select the data or you can uh, insert the data. Insert means any DML operations you can perform. You cannot perform multiple tables. Okay, let's assume you are doing the insertion. Okay, you are using the Amazon table. Okay, Amazon order table. Somebody is using that website. Okay, I want to copy the data somewhere. Okay, what happened? Your selection is whatever you are inserting the records that you need to hold some time. Then only it will able to show. Okay, means what you have to use some lock whenever you are doing the some insertion or updation. Okay, what we let's assume you are also inserting one record. I am also inserting record. At a time, two records are inserting in the one table. Means what will happen? Let's assume for that row ID will be generated row number. Okay, means primary key ID value will be generated as the same number. That will not allow. So one by one only it will allow. Okay, let's assume I want to max of id column at a time. You cannot get that one because you are inserting one value till now. Let's assume you are having 10 11 as a highest value. Now I am inserting the 12. Actually what you should get the value as a 12. So for that what will happen, you need to log sometime. Sometime means it's a fraction of seconds. Okay, how you will log the table and all means you have to go with the logs. There are different types of logs are there, row level logs and table level logs. What will be the use and all I will tell you how we can do that one. How you can, okay, I want to consider whatever records I am inserting that is independent. Rest of the records whatever you are having that you can use by other user. Okay, Are you understanding or not? What is lock? Lock means, let's assume you are selecting or you are doing some DML operations. I am also doing some DML operations. Okay. At the time, if you are performing the two actions on the table means, system will cannot understand which one you I need to take first. Okay, which one I need to display. Okay, let's assume you are inserting highest value as 11. I am selecting the highest value. Okay, system cannot understand which value I need to give, either for the whatever we are having the till now that I need to give, or 11 I need to give as a maximum value. System cannot identify. So for that, what will Oracle provided means, just you have to specify the lock while doing the DML operations or selecting the statements. So okay, then you can query the data. Okay, operations will happen anyway one by one only, but till the time you want to, nobody want to update the records till my action is completed. One user actions needs to complete, after that only other person can able to access. Like that means, okay, you have to log the table and rest of the records whatever you are having. Okay, if you are doing the row level means, if you are performing only particular rows, okay, then you have to give the log for particular records and release the rest of the records that can be utilized by other people. Okay, how you can do that one means, you have to give the row for update class. Okay, that is row level update. Okay, row level locking. Okay, anybody have any doubts why we need to lock the tables and all? Guys, lock, yeah. Why we need to use the lock? Anybody have any doubts in that one? Okay, means if you want to perform some operations independently by you, okay, how you can do that means, that particular records or particular table you can lock and you can do the perform. Okay, once you done your changes, then it will be applicable to others. Till now, till the time, the data whatever you are having prior to your changes, that will be used by others. Okay, how you can do like that means, you have to give the, you have to specify the, in your DML operations or select statements, you have to specify the either row level lock or table level lock. Okay, how we can do that and all means, we'll see. Row level means, you have to specify the for update at the DML operations. Okay, if you, or you can perform the, if you can give the select class also. I want to lock department 10th department details. How I can do that one means, just you have to specify the keyword called for update class. Actually, I need to use this one for this two users. Okay, let me open, this is system user. What till now whatever I am having, that I will take it to one. Next, okay, from this point. Yesterday's class cleared, right? Completely. Still this one. Okay, this is this user. I want to use the data by the another user. Okay, let me use as a user as a keyword. Kenya, Kenya user. Okay, I am having EMP data. content records. Let me recreate that one. I can use index. Just now I have created, right? Yeah, I'm having 14 records, proper data. Next, let me query that one. Select star from emp underscore index. You don't have table. Let me use sys dot. Okay, what is that sys dot? How I can do that one is we'll see that one. We'll give grants to this table to can user. How we can give grant all on emp underscore index to the kn user. Then grant select insert update delete. Please specify the name, not user. Yes, yes, yes. ఎవరు ఇందాక అడిగింది Vineet. Hello, am I audible? Okay. Actually, for to showcase this one, how locking and all will work, just I need another user. Just I am creating the, I have created the user. I am trying to give the access to particular user. Okay. On table. This, what is the syntax for this one? How to give branch to user on table variable. Grant user identify. This one only, right? Right. Syntax is same, but why I not able to give this one? Grant yes. Okay. Grant all on EMP to username. That is correct one. Why? Okay. With the sys user, I cannot give the grants to other users. Okay. I have to create one more user. Okay. Let me open that one Oracle user. Let me create the table in the your I am having the table in the KNA user. Okay, this is DBA user, sys user. Okay, you cannot give the DBA objects to the other users. That is the main restriction. Okay, let me check the table is there in the EMP table or not. Okay, here you can drop the table. Directly. So by default, it is taking from the KNA user. Okay, already given the grants to particular user. Select star from KNA.emp. This is what KNA user, right? This is user is what? Oracle. Username is not the Oracle. We query the data for create star from DBA underscore users. Let's ball user is there. I will close this one. Balu two users I will create and will try to access that one. Okay. Next, Balu, Balu, password will be KL. Balu user I have create connected and another one is Balu 2. Okay. I have given the password. Okay. Two users I am having. Let me query the data in the EMB table. Next are from EMP. I am having data in the EMP table. Let me query here. Here also I am having. Let me drop the table. I need to showcase whether I can able to use that one or not, right? So here it is not there. Actually, it is the Balu user. Okay. This one also I cannot able to query this one. Okay. Now I will give the grants to this particular Balu to user from the Balu user. Are you just if you are not able to understand, that is no issue. Okay. Just it is the giving the grants that anyway I will explain in the DCL comments. Invalid to user. User will not be there. Okay. You table does not exist. Here I'm okay. Here I am not created. Let me create the table. Create table. Table name is EMP as select star from EMP. That is from actually it is accessing from sys user. Okay. Table is created. Now we will give the grants to the Balu to user. Grant succeeded. Now we can query the data for the Balu user. Okay. Now you can able to query the data. Okay. Till now anybody have any doubts? If you have doubts also no issue. Anyway this granting how user will maintain everything that and all I will discuss. Okay. I will discuss later in the DCL commands topic. Okay. Just you can ignore this now. Now I want to make the large lock. This is our topic. Correct, right? I want to create the I want to make the lock for some time for my records. How I can do? Okay. Just first you can check the row level locks. For that, what you have to use? You have to use the keyword called for update class. Okay. Let's. I want to lock 10th department details. How I can lock that one? Just you can query that one. Select star from. Okay. All the tables where department number equal to 10. Okay, means what? You are locking the 10th department details. Okay, let's lock this one. Okay, you are selecting and you are locking. Next you will go and check in the EMP details where BPT number equal to 10. Okay, so here what will happen? You can able to query. Okay, now try to update or insert the records for the 10th. Okay, update the records. Update bar.emp. Okay, this one only we can do the update. Okay, update. How I can do it? Update. Set Okay, let's change commission. Commission equal to commission plus some 100 I want to make, where BPT number equal to 10th department. Try to update the records. Okay, you won't come out from the execution. Okay, what will happen now? You are locked by Balu is locked for the 10th department details. Once his work is completed, then only he can able to do the DML operations. Till the time that this will be in execution mode only. Okay, it won't come out from the execution. Okay, so for that what you have to use, how you can release the lock means, just simply you have to use the commit keyword. If you are commit the transactions, okay, if you are release the lock means you have to use the commit keyword. Okay, once you are done, then only he can able to update the records. See, when once he can release the lock, automatically 5 records get updated. Okay, this is the locking. Are you getting my point? if you if let's assume if he is lacking for 10th department, okay, sorry, two times I have written, doesn't matter. For making the lock it will take time. Okay, here what is happening now, here also you can able to not able to query the data. What happened in this side automatically, uh, this one is not happened. Okay, you are he has done the changes, he has not the released the lock. So here also he needs to do commit once he has done the DML operations. That is the way to log the system, to log the records. Okay, are you getting my point? How we can log, why we need to log, how we can release the log. Everybody is clear? You have to specify at the your select statement as a for update class. Okay, if you are specifying that for update means that specific where conditions whatever you are having, these records you are locking, rest of the records you can able to lock. Okay, see now you are querying, right? Now already we saw this, you cannot update, you cannot check that one. Okay, you can update other records, that's no issue because other records are you are not locking. Okay, this you can update, no matter. But if you are trying to update the 10th record details means you cannot come out from the that execution. So once whoever logged the table, that person releases the log, then only second user can able to do the updation. See, now automatically 5 records got updated. Before that, I have updated 20th department. That's automatically updated without waiting any time and all. Okay. So once he commits, this will be applicable for the all the data. Okay. This is the way to do row level lock. Okay. In this one, anybody have any doubts? Row level locking, guys. Are you clear? What is row level locking? Yeah, Ali, చెప్పు ఏం క్వశ్చన్ ఏంది? This is now onwards, whatever I'm explaining the topics, only this specific to Oracle. Okay, logs, maybe some other database also there. Okay, logs, indexes, all the databases we are having. Okay, nested table also we are having in few places. Snowflake we are not having. Okay, next partitions also we are not having in the Snowflake. Okay, for external tables we can do the partition, but normal permanent tables you cannot do the partitions. Okay, whatever you are having rest of the topics, that are all only specific to Oracle. Okay, clusters are there, the Snowflake also, but topic is little bit different. Okay, but internally you have to take care few additional functionalities in Oracle, but Snowflake if you are make along with your table creation, you can take care that one clusters and all. Okay. but this locking is specific to Oracle. Why, you can tell me why we need to give the lock and all, especially in the Oracle? Because let's assume you are depositing amount here and somewhere you are doing the transactions, you are withdrawing somewhere. What will happen? There will be some what we can say that if you are doing the lock, okay, deadlock will come. Okay, you cannot do the any transaction. See, something went wrong. Okay, if you are doing the lock and if you are trying to access, if you are performing the two or more options at a time means your Oracle become Oracle means your system become deadlock. Okay, your system will create the deadlocks, so you cannot come out from the execution. Go on, process the, it's like a kind of infinite loops. Okay, you cannot restrict that one, especially in the Oracle. Okay, because transaction is independent, every transaction should be independent. So what you have to do whenever you are doing the DML operations by the multiple people. Okay, account means so many people will be there. Okay, all the people are updating the same records means what happened? System cannot understand which one we need to consider, which transaction I need to take as a priority. Even if it is milliseconds also, system cannot understand. So for that, you have to do the locking for some time, maybe 1 second or 2 seconds. That and all, that is your wish, but you have to take care of that locking mechanism. Okay, are you clear? Okay, next. Here somebody is locked my records. Okay, 10th department details, somebody is locked. Okay, but another user wants to do update. Okay, what will happen? Anyway, he won't get update the records, he cannot do that update till he releases the offer, he releases the lock. But I want to, okay, I don't want to wait. Okay, if I can able to update, let it be, I can do. Otherwise I want to come out from the execution, but our execution should not be in the process, okay, till he releases. So what you have to use, you have to specify the keyword called no wait. Okay, if you are specifying the no wait here means what you will do, if the person is busy, other persons cannot wait. Okay, let's assume along with the no wait, if you are specifying the keyword. Okay, while doing the commit, he created that one means what will happen for other people, other people will won't wait. Of course they cannot able to update, but their execution will be come out. Okay, why it is not working? Let's commit once, we'll see that one. Let's, he can do that. Okay, he he's logged the table. Okay, okay, wait, what happened here? I have done commit. Now he releases the log. Now he is also committed ball user. Next, now I am locking the table. Okay, now I want to update the records. Okay, for update, no wait, like that I will give. Okay, if for update only, right? If the person is locking, okay, by the 10th department details, whether I can able to do what happened, what happened yet? Syntax error. Update. Okay, I am updating the this records. No, wait. Okay, if I am trying to this one means actually it should not wait. Okay, it will come out from the execution without any waiting. I don't know what happened. I shown you right, Pushpa, in last class. If I am using the no wait means system won't wait the till execution commits. Okay, if he, normally if he commits the data, then only he can able to come out from the execution. But if you are specifying the no wait means what will happen? He won't wait till his transaction is complete. That updations and all will not get happen, but he can able to come out from the execution. He won't wait. What happened? No wait for update. Here I am giving this one. Okay. Let me give this one. For update no wait means, or he can let me try option with this one. Update I am doing for the this one. Okay, update operator by this user. Okay, by using for update no wait. Okay, you cannot apply this one. No, not actually it will work actually. Some syntax will be here. Maybe I will give that one for update no wait. Okay, let's assume I am selecting the data without any this one. I will do the update here. It's going block. Actually, it should not come. No wait option is not working here actually. But actually, what happened now? If you are giving the no wait condition means second user will not be wait. Okay, he will be able to come out from the execution. Okay, that is the no wait condition. That is optional. If you want, you can use. Otherwise, not required that one. Okay, as of now we discussed row level logs. If you want to log the complete table means you can able to log that one directly. We have to use the keyword called log table name, and there is a two modes are there, either shared mode and exclusive mode. Shared mode means if you are locking the table means other user able to log query the data, but they cannot do the DML operations. Exclusive mode, what will happen? He cannot able to DML operations, but at the time only one person can able to log the table. One person only can able to log the table with exclusive. Okay, with the shared mode, all the persons can able to log the tables. Okay, let's see what will happen with the exclusive and shared mode. Okay, syntax will be table logging is just you have to specify the keyword log table name in shared mode, which mode you want to share. Okay, log table name is empty. I want to log the table in shared mode. Okay, share mode means what? He can able to log the table. Okay, just we'll see what is happening. He has logged the table, and another user is updating the records. For this is not the matter, because you are not doing the specific to separate records. Okay, so enter table. He cannot able to update the records, but he can able to query the records. If he is locking till his operation ends, you cannot get the records, you cannot update the DML operations. Once his operations completes, okay, he is logging the table, he can only able to do the DML operations on this table. Okay, once he commits the table, other user also can able to update the records. Okay, see automatically user requested cancel for current operation means what, you cannot able to update the operations means because another user is locking. Okay, that is the table level lock. Entire table you cannot able to do the DML operations. But if you are giving the lock in the shared mode means, okay, even though you are giving the tab, okay, locking, he can able to access the data. That's already we saw in the this table also, in the row level trigger also, row level locks also. Okay, he can able to query and he can able to do this one, but he cannot update or he cannot perform the DML operations by the second user. That is the shared mode. Okay, let's assume he has done lock by the first user. Again, he can also able to lock that one. Okay, see what will happen. Now he is trying to update the records. He is also cannot able to lock that one. Why? I am not triggered this one, right? I am also locked. But see, he cannot able to query that one because why he can able to update the records. First he lock the table. That's why he can able to do the DML operations. Okay, but he is also locked. But once he commits the data, then automatically he can able to do the update operation. Okay, let's. But now you cannot able to lock the table. You cannot able to update now. Okay, now you can try to update. You cannot able to get that one because he is locked already. uh, You are not done locking after your updation. You are done before updation. Okay, means are you understanding here what is the difference? First he lock the table. He can also able to lock the table. Okay, and here he is doing the commission updation operation. Okay, once he release the table, then only he can able to do the DML operations. But he can also able to lock. Let's assume two or more persons are able to all the persons got locked. Nobody can able to do the DML operations. So what will happen? So all persons needs to do commit operation to release the locks and all. Maybe there is a confusion. If you are practicing, then you can come to know that one. What is the use with locking and all? Maybe it's not required for Snowflake, whoever doing the Snowflakes and all. Okay, but for whoever wants to go with Oracle, this is required. Okay, see, even though he commits the records, he cannot able to perform the operations in by the second user. This is the shared lock. Exclusive lock means at a time only one person can able to lock, other persons cannot able to lock. That is the exclusive mode. Okay, that is very simple. It's same user identify MP in exclusive mode. Okay, what will happen? Lock completed. Now he can try to lock the table. Okay, this is shared mode. Let's try to exclusive mode. You cannot get that one. You cannot lock. You cannot give lock like such type of exclusive lock. Why? Because it's the restricted to one user. Once his operation is performed, then only other person able to lock. Okay, so there is no chance to lock this. There is no chance to get deadlocks and all. So all the persons here with exclusive mode also people can able to query the data, but they cannot do the DML operations. But only thing here is you can able one person only can able to lock with the exclusive mode. Normally people will use the exclusive locks only. Okay, real time. Okay, that and all will comes in if you are doing the report generation and all. Okay, let's assume you are generating the reports. Okay, somebody is updating or inserting the records to the particular table. What will happen? While generating the report, that may be having 100 records. If let's assume for generation of the report will take 10 minutes time, maybe in the 10 minutes time you got some more one more 100 records extra, means what will happen, that will be comes into the picture. Okay, so what you have to take care, you have to do the lock. That and these scenarios will be very rare, locking mechanisms and all, but regularly we'll use the row level locks. Okay, rest of the things, this is for your topic understanding. Okay, what are the logs in your system and all, this is the things. Okay, are you get confused with locking? This is not the mandatory topic, but I am explaining that one. Maybe interviewer wants to ask the questions on locking mechanism and all. If he wants to cover all the topics, means there is a possibility to ask the questions in locking. Okay.